This is Joe with Joe's Transformer Toy Reviews. Today, I'm reviewing 2016's Voyager Megatron from Wave 3. This figure just recently came out, just in time for Christmas. Megatron comes with the Headmaster, which is Doomshot. He is a triple changer, changing into a jet as well as a tank. The jet is a military-style F-15-ish style jet. The tank is a relatively generic tank, but as you'll see, they both fit the figure very well. This figure is available online sites such as Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, GF Source. Any store that generally sells Transformers would have this one. However, the price has been a little bit inflated lately as it is very popular. The price is usually around $25, but it's been known to go for $36, even $50 in rare cases, because they are not very easy to find. So, as we can see, this figure is mostly silverish gray with accents of red and a lot of black. The figure stands relatively tall. He has the insignia for the Decepticons on his chest, and the detailing, which is reminiscent of the original G1 Megatron. The guns, he does have a handheld gun. This is a silver, just the same plastic as the rest of him, with a seating for a Headmaster in there, and his iconic arm-mounted cannon. I actually find that if you combine the two weapons, it gives the arm cannon a bit of a more balanced look, and Megatron doesn't really need a handheld weapon, to be honest. He's always been known for his arm cannon, which honestly I absolutely love the look of it. There's been plenty of other Megatron figures that have had problems with angling the cannon. Specifically, Titan's Return Galvatron from Wave 1 also had some major issues because the cannon was mounted in a way that completely blocked the elbow from moving. Leader Class from Combiner Wars Megatron had similar issues as well, and it never really sat properly on his arm. This figure has the right angles to really get some good poses with the gun, and it's honestly one of the more impressive looking Megatrons in a long time. Especially at the price range, I would highly recommend this one over a fragile Masterpiece Megatron, honestly. Yes, my opinion, but I just feel really strongly with this figure. Alright, so now all Voyagers have a unique collar transformation. Megatron here, it's these side panels. As a side note, this Megatron, I recommend moving the Headmaster head forward to face the same direction as the main head. It makes it fit a lot easier in the collar. To activate the head, I guess it's an enlargement tactic. You move the chest down, there is this red lever, and it causes them to pop up. The entire cowl, or whatever you want to call it, moves slightly with the head, but not a lot. Even compared to most of the other figures, it's very little. If we were to leave this down, I don't think it really ruins the figure not to have it up, but it's a nice bonus. Now, time for the transformation. Transformation 1 is into tank, same as the instructions show first when you read them. Separate the weapons, as they don't really go very well together on the tank mode. Moving the head. Here is some details of the Headmaster figure, Doomshot. Not a lot of paint, just the red center and gray everywhere else. So I'm going to set him down. Alright then. move the treads out to line up with the arms. These treads are relatively loose, more so than most of the other parts on this figure. They do find themselves being moved back out of place from time to time. Now the shoulders are on this very unique fold to make them bind up and reduce the length to make it a better arms, and honestly the effect is pretty nice. So you move the chest down to the bottom cavity. Now we want to change from the legs. Now here we're going to find something that has caused me some issues. The first little while I had this figure, I didn't really care too much for it because the tank mode and jet mode had a strange little, it seemed to be uneven. I found out it was because it didn't transform it correctly all the way. There is inside the knee this little tab. The tab is supposed to go into this slot very high up on the leg. It can take a seemingly excessive force to get it all the way up there, which is what you're about to see me attempt. Okay, mine, since it's been transformed multiple times, the excessive force was not necessary. So we fold the feet in, and fold the back over. So the same with the other leg. And folding that over, snapping the legs together. The tail fins for the jet mode go out like that for the tank, which will make sense in a little bit. When we tab in the treads, the hand tabs into a little cylinder on the bottom of the legs. Both sides do the same thing. And then we fold the wings over. Now the wings should latch fairly nicely on the sides. If they are flared out a bit, it means that the tabs didn't go in properly for the legs. That throws off so many parts of the design of the final figure that it can really change your opinion on the whole thing. And this is the base mode for the tank. The wings aren't immediately apparent. The cockpit for the jet is, though. Now here's the cannon. It places over top of the tiny tank cannon that you see that is natural for the tank. Lift up this portion. Little disappointing that you can't get a fully enclosed cockpit for the tank mode. This is what you get for him, for Doomshot, or Megatron's head. And then this gun doesn't have a very nice place to go here. You can latch on the sides, or you can latch on the... There's actually two slots here on the back. If you just want it out of the way, that's where you can put it. Here's the tank mode. The jet engines are on the front. You can rotate the cannon around, and it rolls rather nicely as well. You could, in theory, plug this one on top if it suits you. I don't like the way it looks, but it's as good a place as any, to be honest. So this is the tank mode. Unless you feel that you need to have a place for the gun to go, you may want to leave the silver one on, the grayish one off. So that's what the insignia is for the Decepticons. I honestly, besides a few tiny issues, I like this mode too. If this was the only mode, I wouldn't be disappointed. Now for the jet mode. remove the cannon, remove the pilot. So bring out the wings a little bit. There's still one more fold for the wings. We're going to leave those together. Move the cannon up, flip. Actually, have to pull out the treads. You don't have to reseat the legs, but if the legs weren't inserted correctly to make them together, then you're going to have problems here too. Now, this whole section where the treads are attached, they rotate, including the wings. So lift that up, rotate this whole section along body. And before you peg that in, you have to bring the tail fins up into this position. They lock together in 2 tabs right there. Push in, and they lock right there. Do it the other side. Considering the Titan's return has been really simple in a lot of the transformations, simple but satisfying, this one feels more complicated. It feels like there's a lot more that can go wrong, but honestly, so worth it. You just fold the treads back, the arm/treads. Mine, I feel like there's another issue over here that it doesn't quite latch correctly there. It's very minor. It doesn't bother me that as much as the other attachment issue. So you fold out the front end of the jet, and you open up, and then the front end, and move out the nose cone. Now this also doubles as the cockpit, the way to get into the cockpit. Seems like a simple thing, but it solves so many problems. It makes it easier to make the cockpit usable and within scale of the rest of the jet. So you can fold the wings and fold them down. You have the full wings there. You fold the last of the tail fins down. And then the tank part, you just face it forward, and you have yourself the base jet mode. Considering it's also a tank, very nice. I mean, seriously. Officially, you're supposed to tab in the gray weapon on the top. There are slots that it connects into. It's obviously meant to go there. You can also connect the black cannon to the top. So they all go in there together. Or, if you'd prefer, leave this on top by itself, have the main fusion cannon, as what he's been known to call it, onto the tank front end. So you have weapons top and bottom, or even just put them on the fists and have them underneath the wings. I'm not going to tell you which one is the best, because honestly each of them have their own nice qualities about them. This is honestly how well that the modes go into each other. It just blows my mind, honestly. Now there is a sticker for the Decepticon insignia on the front end, but it doesn't stay flush with the nose. It lifts up, and I just took it off because it annoyed me. There's a little bit of lift on the stickers as well. I don't think it needs the stickers at all, but here's the jet, and there's the back end with the 2 jet engines. If this was the only figure you would ever purchase out of the Titan's Return line, I don't think you'd be disappointed one bit. It is a beautiful, beautiful figure, and highly recommended. It is a little difficult to transform. Not meant for young children, very young children, but you're not going to see a lot of tiny pieces breaking off very easily. I have seen the wingtips fall off, but those aren't that small. It is a little bit frustrating, but if you have a child that is not, even if they're a little younger than the requirements on the package, if they're really determined and are not easily frustrated, you may find this to be a great figure for them. Could not recommend this enough. Great for children and for collectors. This may be something that is difficult for a child to transform, but very nice figure. So that's my recommendation. Is one of the highest recommendations I've probably ever given to a figure. It's for this Megatron here from the 2016 Wave 3 Titans Return. So I would definitely recommend searching this one out. If paying a little more than average retail price, you would still not be disappointed one bit. So that's definitely my whole review. Please leave your comments down below. Subscribe if you liked hearing from these videos. Thank you very much. This is Joseph. You have yourself a good night.